Bars are dropped, and I am not talking about Sprint, y'all. Cousins kissing cousins? Huh, maybe. We'll see. You're watching the Growing Up Hip Hop New York After Show on AfterBuzz TV.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, okay. They had that drum drop. You felt that? I was going to hit that whoa with it. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the Growing Up Hip Hop New York After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. Today we're covering Season 1, Episode 6, Cousins Kissing Cousins. This is a crazy episode, y'all. We have a lot to talk about. We're talking about Flea dropping bars. Ciani, she needs some support. Also, JJ Saga, is it finally over? YDB and Designer, I think they finally break it off. We have Glowing Up Fashion, we have our shoutouts, news and gossip, and predictions. But before we bust all of that wide open, allow us to introduce ourselves. I'll start to my left. What's going on?
Hey guys, I'm Missy Bernier.
And my name is Byron K. Unfortunately, today we do not have Howard III and Miss Convo Piece, but hopefully they'll be here next week and we're going to hold it down in the meantime. But this episode, man, it's crazy. There was a lot going on. I feel like this one right here was one of the most, like, it kept me, like, on edge a little bit because I never knew what was going to happen, especially, like, with the Designer thing, like Designer and YDB, because, you know, this whole time I've been waiting for them to, like, jump back together and see what's going to happen with them. But overall, man, I thought it was a cool episode. I was just really excited to see them.
I agree with you. It definitely kept me on my toes, especially with YDB. He's hilarious.
Yes.
Like, so funny. And I know he's being, like, dead serious, but that's what makes it funny because he's just being like, I'm so serious about this whole, like, polyamorous vibe, and he wants Designer to, like, really jump on board, but she's like, no, I'm not about it. But I'm just happy that Flea finally got his verse down, so that was a good thing. I was excited about that. But overall, I think it was a good episode, especially there's so many different storylines, so it's like hard to keep track, but it was for sure good. Yeah,
and it's crazy because on this episode, they definitely, like, intertwined a lot of the stories, and they kept coming back around to them and everything. So if we bounce around, try to stay with us, y'all. But going back to Flea's freestyle, I mean, his bars that he dropped. Actually, I think that he did all right, man. Like, I'm glad that it came together. I knew it was going to happen that way because the way they teased it last episode, whenever they tease it as if, oh no, what's going to happen? When it does finally happen, it always works out. So I'm glad that Flav was happy. He really liked it. He was proud. And then on top of that, Flav stepped in the studio.
Yeah.
Even if he didn't do much, he still stepped in there. So I was happy about that.
Yeah, and it was, like, funny because I thought he's going to say, like, his usual, like, drops. Like, yeah, boy. But he really didn't. He was saying, like, other stuff. So maybe he was trying to, like, let Flea have the moment. Mm-hmm. And he was just, like, because his drops were a little bit different. Like, he did do the wow, which I was happy about.
Wow.
But other than that, it was just, like, just random, you know, shouts. So it was like
ad-libs.
Yeah, so I don't know how I feel about it. I think he should just, like, kept the original Flav.
Maybe he's trying to take it in, like, more of a millennial approach. He's trying to be like the Migos.
No, he should just keep his original self.
They need to release a mixtape where it's Flav on the track and Flea is just, like, spitting bars, rapping, and then Flav come in with the ad-libs. Whoa. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, that's when he needs to do that. But I don't know if I feel like his ad-libs on this one.
He should get paid for his ad-libs. Because when you think about it, he has such recognizable ad-libs, even before ad-libs were a thing.
Why would he make his son pay him?
No, he ain't got to make him pay him. He needs to jump on there for free and help him boost his sales.
But what are you saying about the paying part?
Oh, I'm saying in general, Flav needs to get paid for his ad-libs because we're living in a world now.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the record. I was like, dang.
Oh, no, not that. I just mean in general. Like, that's a way for him to bring in more money because people like Migos is successful. The Baby has good ad-libs and all these different people. Travis Scott, they all have their own type of ad-libs.
He needs a trademark it for sure.
He should. Like, Flavor Flav needs to jump on everybody's track these days. It would be cool. But I really want to see him, like, actually get back in the booth and start rapping. I want to see what he got now because, you know, he comes from this old school of rap where, like, they actually take bars serious and they actually have meaning behind it. Now, I'm not saying that I feel like Flav can spit bars, but I think he still has a message. You know what I'm saying? So
he can still be relatable. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He still has things to say. So, especially after all these years, I want to hear what he has to rap about.
But yeah, I feel like maybe, like, Flea can, like, use him as, like, kind of like a mentor throughout the rap game too.
Yeah, and it does seem like Flav is going to be in his family's life a little bit more too, especially seeing how much fun they had. I was actually surprised to see that Flav went out, so they went out to dinner right after, and Flav was really engaging as if you would have thought if you just started watching that he had always been in this kid's life.
Right. And I also like how the relationship is improving between him and Designer. Like, he was just telling her, like, I respect every decision you make. I'm always going to be on your side, which is definitely something you want to hear from your parents. So I think that was really good. And, like, I feel like now he's just trying to make up for lost time and just be supportive.
And that's the thing. You can tell he's really a good dude and that he actually cares. So with Designer, he said, I support everything you do, but, you know, you got to do things a certain way. There's certain things that we don't get down. That's not what Draytons do, is pretty much what he said. So it's cool that he's in her life. And like you said, it's like he's really trying to make up for lost time. Yeah,
especially. And, like, they're all, like she said last week, three of them are super close. So, like, I feel like once he creates that bond with those three, I feel like it would just, you know, the rest is history. So...
Do you feel like if you were in that situation where a parent has been out of your life, basically your whole life, and came back, how welcoming would you be?
I mean, I'm not in that situation, but if I were to be, I would just be like, kind of like, I guess I would just be a little bit open, because I would just like I wouldn't want to hold a grudge anymore, because like, okay, well, now you came back, let's like forget about lost time, let's just like make a connection now and like let's reconnect. But, like, again, I don't know, because I'm not in that situation.
Yeah. I think it's different when it comes to, like, family, because you always want your family to be together. So if it was me in that situation, I would definitely be welcoming. So I haven't had my father in my life. So if he did choose to come back, I would definitely be welcoming, and I would basically not even rub it in, but I would really just be like, it's okay because I still managed to make it this far. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you should be proud, and like, I'm just proud of everything that's transpired. And like, now that you're back, now we can maybe build something together.
Yeah. And that's kind of what Designer and Flav had last episode. They kind of like repair their broken relationship, and now they're moving forward, and now he's on the record. So I think that's really good.
Yeah. And speaking of moving forward, allow us to tell you how you can help us move forward. Take it away.
We just want to say thank you for making us the ESPN of TV Talk. For us to continue to grow, we need your help. So please subscribe on YouTube, give us a rating on iTunes, and leave us a comment. Also, we just want to say thank you for tuning into our show, and make sure to jump in the live chat or give us a comment, and we will give you a fan shout out.
Yes, thank you so much. We love y'all. Please give us 5 stars. And like we said, we read these comments. We're going to read one of them later. So moving on, Cani and Charlie, they linked up at the apartment. They talked it out a little bit. And it seems like Charlie really, to me, just doesn't want to get too involved in Cani's career.
Yeah, I feel like that way too. Maybe just because how she ended her career with Murder, Inc. Maybe that's the issue or the reason, or maybe she's just a little apprehensive about jumping back into like the whole, even though she's not in it, her daughter is, so maybe she's just a little nervous. I get the feeling she is.
Yeah, and maybe she's just trying to go with the flow and fill it out, because it seems more and more apparent as the season goes on that Charlie has her own issues to deal with.
Yes, and I've noticed that too, especially with her whole issue with her leg and her walking. Maybe that has something to do with it, because she doesn't feel like herself 100% completely. I don't know. I just get the feeling like, you know, they always kind of, sometimes Charlie talks about her relationship with Irv. Yeah. They never really like revealed or uncovered their like what broke their relationship. They talked about it a little bit, but like I definitely have like I have like my questions or speculations about like what happened, but I really want to know like what actually broke the relationship to begin with, and how they like.
Yeah, I wonder if that's something that they've ever talked about in interviews, maybe on Vlad TV or something. Hey, if you're watching, please let us know, y'all, if you've ever seen an interview or if you actually know what happened between them, because I'm kind of lost with it right now. But I definitely hope that they do uncover it throughout the season, because that'll be cool to find out. But Charlie. So first off, yeah, she is dealing with the leg, and she's dealing with, like, I guess, still loose ties within the industry. And then on top of that, I think that she's really sitting back. To me, this is what I think. I think she's just sitting back and kind of just watching. Because first off, remember, she's not even really back in the industry, but now all of a sudden she's on this TV show. So it's like, for her, it's probably like a whirlwind. Like, oh, this is a quick way to jump right back into it. So maybe she's just trying to fill out this new social climate that she's in. Like the way television works now, it's like mostly for social media. Everything gets talked about on social media. And back when she was in the industry, it wasn't any social media. It was just the music and the art and the real life connections. So I think right now she's trying not to maybe ingrain herself too much in this whole world until she understands exactly how it works. But that's just an idea.
Yeah, I agree with that too. And again, like I was saying, I think she is a little like nervous of getting back into the full on industry. Maybe just because her relationship with Irv from the beginning with. But when they all like were together, they seemed like they were all like old time friends, like chatting it up. So
yeah,
maybe that's just like her storyline for the show.
Well, yeah, let's talk about the reunion. So Murder Inc. did come back together, which was cool to see Charlie actually come together with them. And it's crazy. So first off, they were just as surprised as we were to hear about her accident.
Yeah.
And this whole time, I really thought it was a car accident.
I thought it was something like a little bit more serious. Like not a car accident, but like, I don't know, like running. I don't know.
No, nothing is. No. The fact that she really fell off of a horse. And I'm like,
horse.
Exactly. So I'm thinking like, oh, a horse. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
But a fake horse. And she said she felt, what kind of horse is 9 feet tall?
I don't know. Maybe like a statue or something.
How was she not able to catch herself though? She has like a bunch of different body parts to catch herself.
Or why wasn't someone like watching her? Or like, what do you think she was like intoxicated or something?
Most likely.
Yeah. So
she seems like she used to be super lit.
Or just like likes to have a good time.
Yeah, she's probably just now calming down right now. And actually she's not, because she's jumping back into the game right now by being on TV. But who knows? But yeah, man, the fact that she had to go through all of that from a fake horse, and then it's been like a minute since that happened. And now that they're actually talking about launching this tour, she said, oh, this is about as good as it's going to get.
Yeah, well, she was wearing heels, so I was thinking like she like wouldn't wear heels anymore because of her accident, but she was definitely wearing some like stiletto sandals. So I think she's okay. I think sometimes she just needs to take a break, like sit down.
Yeah. So I wonder if this is something, you know how doctors are like, you're expected to make a full recovery. I wonder if this is something where she's going to make a full recovery, or if it'll never be quite the same.
I think I never had a leg injury before, but maybe if she just like kind of like work out the muscle and like every day, like bit by bit, like she'll get back to her original like leg strength. I think I'm being optimistic, so I don't know.
I hope so. And just like Ja Rule and Gotti was saying, oh, it sounds like you need to nurse that leg. Like that's what we really need to worry about. So it's actually cool that they care about her so much too, after like the whatever tension and stuff, and the fact that they were able to have that powwow.
Yeah, I enjoy that, and it seems that Ja Rule's daughter Brittany and Charlie have a good relationship.
Yeah.
So I feel like she definitely has good relationships with like everyone else in the industry.
I feel like the women on this season are all starting to build some type of bond or relationship. They're all going out and eating together and stuff.
Yeah, and like remember Designer said that last week. She said everyone's like super cool and hangs out with everyone. So I was like, oh, I like that. That's
cool. This is probably one of the most like together casts that we've seen on Growing Up Hip Hop. Like the whole New York cast, like even the guys, whether it's JoJo and YDB, Ryan is in the mix. Like everybody seems cool. Like there doesn't seem to be any real issue. Even the thing that would have been an issue, like Lil Mama and Medina, that wasn't an issue. You know what I'm saying? So there's no true issues. And even with Designer and YDB's baby mamas, like that wasn't an issue. But she, of course, later said
it was an issue.
It was, but they didn't make it into an altercation though.
No. I don't think his like baby mama's like that. I think she's very like pulled together. Or I don't know her enough to say, I don't know. But in that moment, she didn't jump at her. So
yeah, she might have just been caught off guard with everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy. So speaking of being caught off guard, we move on, and JJ actually, we find out that he has to pay a $600 fine. He's still in trouble. He's not fully out because they do have to take care of that. But at the same time, why is Deb still mad? She's big mad.
She's just mad that they didn't tell her from jump. That's why she's mad.
But the funny thing that I thought is she see now why they didn't tell her? Like if she could just step outside of herself and look at herself, how she's acting, then she would see.
Well, I feel like JJ didn't tell her initially. He just told his dad because I think Deb comes off very intimidating. And I think that was the reason why he told his dad first. Because like Irv is just very like playful. Like he's like a child.
Yeah,
so
he really
I think
is.
That's why he felt more comfortable telling his dad. And especially like his dad's like, you know, had his own legal troubles too. So I feel like him confiding in his dad was something like easier for JJ to do. Because JJ is still young. Like, isn't he like 18, 19 or something like that?
He's young.
Yeah, so he's definitely like on the young adult side. So I feel like that's why he told his dad. And then Deb's just upset because maybe she feels like she wants maybe JJ have like that relationship with her too.
True, but it's hard to have that when he's scared of you. Like,
I mean, yeah, you can have it, but then at the same time, like you're always like afraid of them, like of what they're gonna say to you. So I think that's why he kind of held back. But then, you know, Angie kind of jumped him and then was like told his mom on.
Yeah. I'll just say this, and this is regarding me when I was younger and I would get in trouble and me having to tell my mom. I would get in a lot of trouble if my mom found out on her own.
Same. Or if I was lying about it.
Exactly.
Because, like, for sure, I would, like, be grounded.
And one thing my mom would always say to anybody when I was in trouble is, I know when my son is lying. And as long as he's telling me the truth, then I'm good. So
My mom would say the same thing.
Yeah. Hey, great moms think alike. So my thing was, like, I could tell my mom whatever it was that I did wrong, and it could be bad, but she'll be mad, but she won't sit there and cuss me out and put me through it, because she'll have a certain level of respect for me even telling her.
Right.
So that's what's carried on, so that my mom, I never had issues with my mom and telling her things, because I already, since from a young age, that I can trust her if I'm really just coming up front with her.
My mom would always say, like, tell me the truth. Like, I don't care how bad it is. Like, I'm always on your side. Like, knowing like that, I feel like I was comfortable telling her, like, what was really going on. Because then I wouldn't want to lie to her. Because if she started... That's a whole thing.
You can't let the teachers tell her. My mom was cussing out teachers. As long as I was telling the truth, my mom would go up to school ready. Like,
Me
nah,
too.
I believe my son. Forget y'all.
Yeah.
It was fun. But so we move on. And then, wait, first off, before we move on, do you think that this JJ saga is finally over? Is it finally done now?
No.
It's not?
No. They're going to still talk about that next week.
I guess so. And we're going to make some predictions and let y'all know what we think. All right, so now moving on. YDB and Designer, they finally break it off. So it starts with JoJo and YDB on the basketball court, you know, just doing a thing, just balling like boys do. YDB just starts talking crazy, right? Like he always do. JoJo's getting lost. And then Designer pulls up and they have this conversation. And I did not know what to expect. I didn't know if she was going to jump right out with the cousins thing, but she waited. And she really tried to be like, hey, what happened at that party, bruh? Like, explain to me. And he explained, but she wasn't buying it.
No, because he still wants her to be part of his, like, I don't even know what to call it.
I would call it an orgy.
I was going to call it like a cult, but not really. I don't know. Because none of the women that he's with likes other women. So that wouldn't really... like help with Designer because she's bisexual. So
yeah.
But I think so they explained it. So polygamous, is that what he wants? Or like a polygamous?
Yeah, they both want the same thing, but they both want it to benefit them. So he wants the situation to benefit him. He don't care if the women don't like each other. He just wants them all together. And as far as Designer,
that's so selfish.
It is, but they both being selfish. But
Right.
I like how Designer combated his selfishness with hers, and that's why I was like, oh, you better say that, girl. She's like, no, I'm a boss, so I need to have me my husband, and then we together pick out the woman. So I like that.
But that's...
Tacky?
I don't know. That's not going to work in real life. Maybe for a little bit, but like a married couple and then bring someone else in.
See, I don't know about that working. I think the friends with benefits can work, but I don't think that part right there can work. That's taking it there.
There's too many feelings, and that's what Flav said. You're going to get a big mess doing that.
I love how he said that too, because Design is looking at it optimistically. Like there's 3 sets of hands, 3 sets of feet, 3 mouths, and Flav's like, that's also 3 sets of problems.
Right.
And when he said that, I was like, bars.
Because like if she's married to her husband, they bring another woman in. What when the woman starts liking the husband? Like they start having that's what I'm saying.
It gets confusing. So basically, they can't have each other. So let me ask you, Missy, have you ever wanted somebody that you couldn't have?
You know, we're not gonna talk about me today.
I think they want to hear. Hey, leave a comment, y'all. They want to hear. Just tell us. It's okay. It's an open floor. No
I'm
judgment.
Not sharing that. That's weird.
You could just say yes or no.
No.
So everybody Missy wanted. Missy got?
Pretty much.
Okay. All right. Well, let me.
What about you?
Okay. Well, I'm glad you asked me. Yes, there was a girl that I wanted that I couldn't have. And this was back in
How did you feel?
This was back in school. Oh, I felt like I was going to get her anyways. So this was back in school, right? So one time we took it was grade school actually. So this was the only time really. So we were going on a field trip to McDonald's.
Okay.
And field trips was when I plotted my attacks. I'm like, oh, we about to go to McDonald's.
How old are you?
I was a kid.
Oh, okay. I thought you were in high school.
No. It was like middle school. So we took a field trip to McDonald's, and yes, my school was ratchet like that. We took a field trip to McDonald's where we had to walk a couple miles to McDonald's, and then just throughout that walk, I was just spit my game to her, and then by the time we got our Big Macs, she was feeling me. Simple as that.
You got a Big Mac?
Yeah, that's back when Big Macs were popping. They were actually big too. This I was in elementary school. They was big. Now they just be cheap with
I
it.
used to get the cheeseburgers there when there was normal meat, not this crazy mess they have now.
The horse meat. You know what? You know what? We are good. But so yes, I've had one person that I couldn't have, and it's okay because I still got her. But yeah,
that
man.
doesn't even count. You still got her at the end. It's not like she like friend zoned you and you were always in the friend zone. Then that's one thing.
Well, here's the thing. If I really, really want you and I can't have you, I'm just gonna move on and get somebody else.
Right. So that's like the craziest. Okay. Yeah. So anyways.
It just be like that sometimes. But so anyways, one more thing I want to touch on though, going back, Cani and Medina actually met up too. And they talked about the situation about her being managed. And Cani is talking about how she doesn't feel like she has a true manager. She told the story again about her sister moving on, becoming a model, her mom helping her out, and that she really popped off. And even Medina agreed, like, oh, it seems like she wasn't there for you.
Right. I feel like Cani holds like a little, like, not a little, I think she holds a grudge to her mom, like, during that time because she really wasn't being supportive. And now that she has that, like, now she's starting this DJ career, her mom is, like, kind of, like, in the background. Like, she's, like, supportive. Like, I'll show up to your set, but, like, she came late, so it wasn't really being supportive. She wasn't there, like, what they're setting up. So I feel like if Medina is her, like, manager, I think that would be super helpful for her.
I think so. And I think that Medina is willing to step into that and take that role. But at the same time, I do see some tension between Medina and Charlie Baltimore because Charlie is like, you still don't know that woman. So it's one of those things where it's like, you're not helping me, but at the same time, you're telling me about the person who is trying to help me.
But if I was Cani, she's a grown woman. She can make this decision on her own. She doesn't really... Charlie kind of made clear, like, you can make your own decisions. Like, I don't have to worry about you. Like, she said that in a couple of the episodes. So if I was Cani, I'd be like, okay, you know, like, Medina is, like, kind of, like, rough around the edges, but she knows what she's doing. So I will, like, pull her, bring her to my team, and then, like, see where it goes. Yeah. If it flourishes, great. If it doesn't, you know, keep it moving.
Yeah, I feel that. And it's crazy because Charlie Baltimore, I don't know how to put it, man. She really is just, she's there, but she's not there. But at the same time, it's like I said, she's watching the show. And also, it goes back to what I really said. I really think she just has that much respect for Cani. For some weird reason, like, she really just believes that Cani can just make it pop off. And maybe she doesn't need to be involved.
Yeah, I agree, too.
Because maybe she thinks that she just got it. But I don't know, man. I feel like if you're there, that's the only thing. If you're there, then why not help? Yeah. Or why not push? But I actually do think that she's going to come through because when she met up with Murder Inc., pretty much, Irv and Ja Rule, they were talking about the tour. And then she was talking about, oh, yeah, she could DJ some after parties. So I think she is going to slide in at the right time and make it right.
Yeah. Or maybe she can, like, shadow, like, a DJ at, like, one of the concerts and just see, like, their set and, like, how they do stuff.
Yeah, I think at this point, it's just about putting her around the right people. Because the thing about Cani, I realize, is that you don't necessarily have to do things for her. Just put her in the environment and she can make it happen for herself.
Yes, I agree.
So I think that's the thing. So if anything, maybe Charlie Baltimore should deal more so with the relation aspect of, you don't have to manage her whole career, but, you know, just put her in the right rooms.
Yeah, but she did say that because she was like, I'm just going to, like, reach out to people I know, like, connect with them and let them know. So maybe she's more so, like, getting her to the right people, not so much managing her, like what you said.
I think that'll work out.
For sure. Good, like, partnership, for sure.
Yeah. And you know what time it is, y'all? It's time to move on to our special segment. It is called Glowing Up Fashion. So with this segment, we actually pick one person from the cast who stood out to us, whether it was fashion-wise or if it was personality-wise. And I'll go ahead and start it off. So the person that I chose was actually Designer, and it was based on strictly her personality. I like how she handled the whole situation with YDB. She was a real boss about it. She didn't succumb to his will or what he wanted. She actually called him out and said, it sounds like what you want is for you. Just to let you know, what I want is for me because I'm a boss. So I really respected that. I always am going to respect when a woman just stands up for herself and just takes that power that she already had in the first place. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you don't realize
it's lit.
Yeah.
For sure.
But that's mine.
Mine is Medina. Yeah, when she was with Cani at the nail salon and she had that cute little head wrap on. It was like just so cute. Like, I usually, like, her outfits to me are just like kind of crazy, but that outfit was super cute and I liked it a lot. And it was like the wrap and like her blonde hair, just like, ooh, so lit.
She did that.
She had a lot of like gold on. I love gold jewelry, so.
Yeah. I wish Vina Love was on this episode. She would probably
get
my...
your boo?
Kinda. I mean, she's available too. She ain't in a relationship. I mean, Ryan is trying. Good luck, bruh. So, she's still available. So there's a chance for it.
Oh my gosh, I'm dying.
But yeah, y'all, let's get into this fan shout outs.
You should shoot your shot.
I am going to shoot my shot.
You want to slide in the DMs?
Actually, no, I'm not going to shoot my shot. Vina Love, please come through, talk to us. Let us know how you feel about this season of Growing Up Hip Hop. But yeah, so fan shout outs. We have a very special person by the name of Glenda Vernier.
Yes. Hey, Mom.
Since it's your mom, do you want to read it?
Okay, I'll read it. Love the energy and honesty that your guest designer brought to the show tonight. So much fun to watch. Clap hands.
Oh, shout out to you, Glenda, and shout out to you, designer. Thanks for coming through last week. We love you. We appreciate your energy, man. So after we got off air, we actually talked about like how cool you was and how your vibe and your energy was, and we could tell that there was no cap in your episodes. Like it's really you all the time. So we really appreciate that and respect that about you. So that's the fan shout out we're going to read for right now. And it's time for this news and gossip.
Yes, so excited. Alrighty, so for news and gossip, OnStar was on MTV's Wild 'N Out, and he was talking about rookies versus vets. So it looks like he had a fun time. He's wearing the jersey. Everybody's taking a picture. I don't know when it will be on MTV, but definitely look out for him. So as a cast member of Growing Up Hip Hop. The next one, Vina Love. She has a new single that's out called Drip, and it's on all major music platforms, Tidal, YouTube, Spotify, and iTunes Music.
Hey, it's lit, Vina Love. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, it was a nice little vibe for sure.
You liked it?
Yeah, I listened to it. It was on her Instagram.
Oh, that's dope. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's your boo.
Yeah, that's news and gossip right there.
Yep.
Well, let's get into these predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
predictions. I'm gonna go ahead and let you start it off.
Alrighty, so I wrote down 3 things. JoJo's showcase, arrested, I'm confused. So I'm thinking, well, how did JoJo get arrested, first of all? Maybe, since he threw the event.
Wait, JoJo?
JoJo.
This whole time I thought it was going to be JJ getting arrested. That's why I didn't think it was over. Okay. See, you just enlightened me. Go ahead.
That's why I wrote 3 things down.
Wow. I really thought JJ was going to get arrested.
No, JoJo. Because they were like, JoJo getting arrested. And he was like, he was standing next to the police car. And he had his hands behind his back.
Why JoJo?
Yeah. So, so these are my things or just my guesses. How or why did he get arrested? Could be underage drinking since he is throwing the event. I was like, okay. Or something got out of hand and someone called the cops and he got arrested. But I don't know. They only gave us a 5-second clip. So.
Yeah. It was real quick.
Yeah.
Man, okay. Well, in that case, that's what I want to see next week. I want to see what's going to happen with JoJo. I really think he's going to get off. I think he's going to beat the case, whatever it may be.
Beat the case.
He's going to get out. He may spend an hour or so there, but he got people in New York, man. They going to bail him out. They going to see that he's innocent. He ain't got nothing going on.
They probably won't even book him, though. It would probably be something minor, so minor they can't even charge him with anything.
And just the way that they ended the episode where they make it seem all serious, it's not going to be serious.
Yeah, I remember the second episode about Lil Mama's party. They made that serious and it wasn't.
Plus the serious thing, I realize when it comes to Growing Up Hip Hop, the most serious thing is always at the end of the season. So the whole season they build you up, and then at the end it gets crazy, and then that's when they end it and they're tune in next season.
Oh yeah, okay, you're right. So I don't think it's gonna be anything super crazy.
It won't be.
Maybe they just had too many people on the sidewalk. I don't know.
It's gonna be something goofy. Let us know in the comments what y'all think JoJo's gonna get arrested for. The funniest comment is gonna get a shout out. The funniest 2 comments are gonna get shout outs. So let us know. Anything else about this episode that you really liked or want to talk about?
Really liked? I just like YDB and Designer together.
Yeah. Well, we're going to see how their relationship works after this.
Oh, I was going to say, since they are supposedly cousins, how far down the line are they cousins, though? Are they second cousins, third cousins? Because once you get down to 4th, 5th, you're not really related. So
it depends on how related Flavor Flav and Jizza and RZA are and all of them.
Okay, I don't really know their relationship, so.
And they all came up around the same time. They was in the same industry. It could be a whole Migos thing. So how Quavo, I think, is the uncle of Offset and Takeoff.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, he said they're cousins. Like, they can say, like, oh, we play cousins, but we're not really cousins. So, like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I think that they could be close cousins just based on how close Wu-Tang and everything and Public Enemy, Flavor Flav, they were all close. So maybe that's how close Designer.
But they can be close, like, friends and just say they cousins. So that's why I'm like, what?
You're right. But it don't even matter to YDB because he said, I'm trying to show her that I can still hold her. And it's like, why are you trying, bro? He lost me. Listen, I jumped off the boat. I jumped off ship after that.
Yeah, he's trying. So we'll definitely gonna see in the next episode if he tries like super hard. I'm going to see the try, even if that's kind of weird with their cousins. But I don't know.
I mean, it makes for good TV though, right?
Yes.
Well, like I said, y'all, let us know what y'all want to see. Thank y'all for tuning in and for joining us this week. Make sure you join us every single Thursday, same time, same place for the Growing Up Hip Hop New York After Show. My name is Byron K. I'm one of your hosts. You can find me everywhere online at Hero from the 90s. You can also catch me Sundays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time hosting the All That After Show. All That is back, y'all. Missy, where can they find you?
Hey, guys. You can follow me on all social media platforms, including YouTube at Missy Vernier.
Add her on YouTube, y'all.
Yes, you guys add me on YouTube. I just chopped a new video.
Yeah, she be telling them stories, y'all. But yeah, until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and stay buzzing.
Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.